On May 18, 2024, local time, a special person was honoured at the commencement ceremony of the Stuart Weitzman School of Design at the University of Pennsylvania in America. Nearly a century late, Lin Huiyin, a trailblazer of Chinese architecture, finally received her long overdue degree certificate. Lin was born in 1904 and died in 1955. She was modern China's first female architect, as well as a poet and writer. In her youth, Lin went to study in the US. Due to her gender, she was initially rejected by the University School of Architecture. After multiple unsuccessful attempts to gain admission, she enrolled in the School of Fine Arts while taking architecture courses as a minor.
So at the time that Lin studied at Penn, we did not allow women to study architecture. 2 years after she graduated in 1936, the first women graduated. They didn't change the policy until 1934. So it was a slow process. What's partly exciting is Lin helped accelerate it. Lin helped move things forward. There were other women. She wasn't the only woman there. How could we ignore the fact that there were a group of women who were not allowed to graduate, but then went on and practiced architecture and that. So I think it was absolutely the right thing to do. And it's exceedingly rare to do what we did, to give someone a posthumous bachelor degree. It really never happens. And it really was Fritz Steiner, the dean, who knew how to make that happen.
Over 2.5 years, Lin excelled in nearly all courses in both fine art and architecture. She eventually obtained an art degree and graduated from the Department of Fine Arts at UPenn.
First of all, she did earn a degree. It was a degree in fine arts, not architecture. And architecture is the degree clearly that she sought and she earned. So what we did was awarded her a second degree. It wasn't an honorary degree, it was a real degree. So it was the degree that she earned. The other thing we knew, but we learned more, was that in her final year, she was a teaching assistant. So she was teaching beginning students. So obviously the architecture faculty thought very highly of her skills, or they wouldn't have entrusted her to help teach. Well, I think she's a very important figure in the history of architecture generally, worldwide. And I'm hopeful that she's certainly well known within China, but she's now, I hope, hopefully even more known outside of China.
After Lin returned to China, she dedicated herself to the study and preservation of Chinese architecture. She contributed to the design of the national emblem of the People's Republic of China and the monument to the people's heroes. She also pursued innovation in cloisonné lacquer craftsmanship.
I think her work in that kind of crossing cultural divide to magnify things about her own culture to a totally different group of people when she was in school and also when she was working on research projects in the US. I think also that is being echoed by the students who are at Weizmann.
Throughout her life, Lin consistently maintained a deep passion for architecture, a profound respect for history and culture, as well as an unwavering pursuit of art and beauty.
My family and I were thrilled by this news and are deeply grateful to the Weitzman School of Design at the University of Pennsylvania for awarding this posthumous degree to my great-grandmother. I would also like to express my thanks to Dean Fritz Steiner for discovering this historical incident and taking the initiative to rectify the situation. And then also, I'm truly honored to have been accepted to the Masters of Science in Historic Preservation program this year at UPenn, 100 years after my great-grandparents matriculated. I look forward to continuing the meaningful work of my great-grandparents, but also pursuing a worthy life mission of preserving our shared heritage and monuments around the world, as well as utilizing my work to foster positive cultural exchange that spans beyond national borders.